Now, the U.S. Supreme Court looks likely to overturn a law preventing gay couples from claiming federal benefits. The court has been hearing arguments both for and against same-sex marriage.
Well, on day two of these hearings, the crowd is a little thinner. It's certainly more partisan. There's a clear majority here today in favour of gay marriage. But of course, the only opinions that really matter are those of the 9 justices inside. And once again today, we've had an intriguing glimpse of their thinking. At issue this time, the Clinton-era Defence of Marriage Act, or DOMA, which denies federal tax and pensions benefits to same-sex wedded couples, even in states where gay marriage is legal. In court, several of the justices expressed concern that this was a case of federal law trampling on states' rights.
You are at real risk of running in conflict with what has always been thought to be the essence of the state police power, which is to regulate marriage, divorce, custody.
And so you were really diminishing what the state has said is marriage. You're saying, no, state, there are 2 kinds of marriages, the full marriage and then the sort of skim marriage.
That memorable phrase was directed at a lawyer for congressional Republicans who stand alone in defending DOMA. As a recent convert to gay marriage, President Obama has disowned the controversial law, but his administration will continue to enforce it unless and until the court strikes it down. When the hearing ended, we heard from the 83-year-old poster child for change, Edie Windsor.
I am today an out lesbian, okay, who just sued the United States of America, which is kind of overwhelming for me.
Edie married her long-term partner Thea in 2007, but when Thea died 2 years later, Edie was saddled with a 6-figure bill for inheritance tax that would not have applied had she been married to a man. On the steps of the court, she thanked the justices.
But we were very respected, and I think it's going to be good.
Considering how much airtime the story has received both here in America and abroad, and considering how important an issue it is, we only had 80 minutes of legal arguments, less than an hour and a half of the justices listening to arguments for and against same-sex marriage. It is a very important topic here. It's one that's been talked about for a long time, and the justices are now going to weigh it up. But it's likely that we might not hear a verdict on this until June, and as things stand at the moment, they seem to be evenly divided. There are 9 justices who sit on the bench, 4 who are more conservative, 4 who are more liberal, so essentially it's perhaps going to come down to one individual judge, Anthony Kennedy, and it will come down to his decision on which way he wants to lean on this decision.
The court is likely to meet later this week in chambers to take a first vote, and provided they don't decide to rehear the case, they would likely begin the process of crafting a decision. We're not likely to hear anything from the court on this until late June.